lead by example. Lead by example. That's me at my stand-up desk with my little doodle pad doodling away. Lead by example. That one's not AI. That one's DI, dust and intelligence. You are held to a higher standard yourselves, right? Never ask someone, sorry, I'm stepping out of frame. I apologize. I'm grabbing a sheet of paper I want to have in my hands. We're going to share this in the notes. It's a document called the Pledge. Never ask someone to do something you haven't done yourself, right? If you can actually do that thing, or at least something you've tried to do. Try and do it yourself. So when you're engaging with clients, it's kind of important that we have our own house in order, right? As Rob touched on earlier with personal life insurance, you start looking at it going, hey, wait a minute, our mortgage is actually larger than our life insurance policy. This is a problem. So I wrote this document, under that whole mindset of am I interested or am I committed? I'm committed. I'm committed to becoming better than I was the day before. And if I'm not committed, what am I doing here? Why am I not committed? Why am I fading on that? Canadians are not entirely committed on this topic. 87% of Canadians have no critical illness coverage whatsoever. There's no reason to think that this group is radically different or probably marginally better than the average, than the median, but 87% have no critical illness. I know 2 people in the past 12 months who have taken significant advantage of a critical illness policy, and it made a huge difference in their life. Having that lump of cash hit their bank account, which allowed them to get through a genuinely critical period of time, made a massive, massive difference. So I've had a critical illness policy that I've been paying into for 20 years. What a waste. What a waste. And I hope it's a waste for another 20 years. That's all I can hope for. Actually, it's a return of premium. I think I'm actually getting my premium back in the next year or two because it's been almost 20 years. Which, by the way, that's the crazy thing. 87% of people don't have something that actually they give you the money back on if you don't use it after 20 years, which is kind of amazing. So yeah, I have a return of premium critical illness policy that I got to check up on that. I think I'm right in that zone now. I took it out in my early, yeah, anyway, enough of that. 43% of Canadians have no life insurance. Nada, nothing at all. 79% have no disability coverage because, hey, what's ever going to go wrong? What could ever go wrong? Nothing's going to go wrong. Going to be A-okay all the way through. I mean, the reality is that most of us make it to the finish line somewhere in, our 80s at this point, I think, on average. But we kind of get to that finish line with a bit of a limp and, maybe a missing eyeball or whatever. Like, there's been the odd disability experience along the way, and to not be insured for that is kind of irresponsible, especially when you're someone who is presenting life insurance, disability insurance, etc. 2 out of 3 Canadians also have no will. No will. These are critical things to take care of, and I had a great conversation with an individual, an action taker, who has watched me go through these rants on these topics over the years, and over the years has, checked off one thing at a time, and we had a really, for me, cool conversation a few months ago where he walked through all the things he'd done, the levels that he put the protection in at for everything, and was just, looking for a second opinion on it all. And I was like, man, I don't think I have anything to add. Like, you have covered all the bases 6 ways from Sunday, and it's just a thing of beauty. And you know who you are. You're freaking awesome, man. I love it. I love it. And, I think that our pledge should be to always be in the minority. Like, the majority of people have not addressed these things. We should be in the minority, right? That's where I want to be, and that's where I hope you'll be with me. And as I say, I wrote this on a flight several years ago, flying out to a mastermind group, and I'll just read through it quickly. I understand that my position is one where I lead by examples at all time, and so I must be a better version of myself each and every day. I must hold myself to a higher standard. This doesn't make me special at all. It just makes me me. If I'm going to advise others to have certain things in place to better protect themselves and their families, then I too shall have these things in place to protect myself and my family. I will not counsel on being incorporated, having a current will, being insured for life, disability, or critical illness through MPP and/or independent solutions unless I too have these things in place or have at least gone through the application process. Going through each process, being approved or declined, will give me the experience to be better able to understand my client's experience. This will make me a better person, advisor, broker, and a better prepared human. And so follows the checklist. Having the TFSA in place, the will, being incorporated, setting up the holdco, the whole life insurance inside my corp, a quality certified accountant, filing my taxes with a quality bookkeeper synced with that accountant, a certified financial planner, ideally a fee-for-service one, not somebody just taking a percent of my net worth every year. Life insurance at a $2 million minimum, critical illness at a $300,000 minimum, long-term disability, short-term disability through MPP, which can't be beat. It's a no-brainer, added on to your mortgage no matter what institution holds your mortgage. Easily done. You could do that one today. You could do that one tomorrow. And the annual, okay, I do it every 2 years, executive physical. And I'm not looking for you to sign this document and send it to me, although some people do because they're like, I want the accountability. I'm signing it. I'm going to do these things. I've checked off the ones I've done, and I'll send you an update later on. Hey, if that's something you want to do, that's cool. I'm good with that. But as I say, ultimately, this list is a list of things we talk about with our clients, and to not have these things checked off ourselves is just a little bit crazy. I don't agree with it entirely. So I hope the document resonates with you. I hope the gist of it, the idea behind it resonates with you, and I hope it motivates you to stick that up there. That's maybe the ultimate checklist of all the checklists we've shared and all the different documents we've shared.